Hi everybody. I want to take a moment to tell you what I prefer to be called in class. I would like to be called Professor Graham. You can also refer to me as Dr. Graham because I have a PhD. You can call me Professor if you're just calling me over, Professor. You can call me Cameron if you're comfortable. That's the name I prefer to be called if you want to use my name. But not everybody is comfortable with that. They prefer something more formal, in which case Professor Graham would be great. Try not to use prof. That's an abbreviation that works fine in text but doesn't work verbally. Please don't address me as Cam. That's for my closest friends to use, and I like to be called that by my closest friends. But for people who I'm a little more distant from, my colleagues and so forth, I prefer Cameron. Also, Professor Cameron doesn't work at all because Cameron is my first name, and the word professor should be used with someone's last name. So why is this important? Two reasons. One is that everybody has the right to decide how they wish to be addressed. If you are transgender and wish to be called something other than your legal name, I need to know that. If you are coming from a country where names are very difficult for people in Canada to pronounce and you don't like that, you may prefer to choose a different name, and you need to let me know. All I see are your legal names, and your legal name may not be anything like what you want to be called. You may even just wish to go by your second name, but I want to know. So what you can do is make a little video like this and write out your name that you prefer to be called and hold it up so that I know how it's spelled. A second reason for this is that in the academic environment, the word professor has particular connotations of rank. When you are on the tenure track, you start out as an assistant professor, then you become an associate professor, and if you're successful, you become a full professor, and that's when you get to use the word professor as your title. I know that the word professor is used more casually by many people who teach at Schulich and don't have PhDs, and that's fine. But within the academic setting, ranks have a certain amount of social status associated with them, and you should learn to use those properly in the same way that you would, moving into a large corporation, want to be very clear about the difference between an associate VP and an executive VP. Those ranks are quite different, and you need to understand the nuances of those. So, record a video, tell me how you wish to be called in class, how you wish to be addressed, and if you can write it out and hold it up and let me know how it's spelled, that's even better. Bye now.